Welcome everybody. This is the first podcast. It's dark outside. I'm your host, Jabari EX, your favorite X, everybody's favorite X. Welcome. I'm literally on shift right now, and this is something I just wanted to jump into. I've been wanting to start talking sports talk to you guys for a very long time. I've been a big sports head. I've been into sports since a little kid. I started off with karate. I ended in football. So here on my page, we're gonna talk about everything sports. Tonight, though, we talking strictly football. Segment one, I wanted to jump right into the football, and wanted to ask. I wanted to jump right into football and wanted to ask, like, what makes a good quarterback, in your opinion? What makes someone a good quarterback? Is it the arm? Is it the accolades? Is it how he looks? Cause there's a look to a quarterback. You got to look a certain type of way. You got to be clean. You know. Cam Newton wasn't clean. Cam Newton was a very rugged type of quarterback and was still a superstar. So it's like, what makes a quarterback? And in my opinion, a quarterback is a leader, someone who can not only handle the pressure, but make the pressure work for him. You understand? Command the offense, command the huddle, command not only the offense, but command the team. He can get the defense hyped up as well, just off of his presence. That's why Tom Brady's the GOAT, because no matter where he went, whether he was in New England or he was in Tampa Bay, he was still, even when he was out in Michigan, he led the team very well. He was a very vocal leader, not only a vocal leader, someone who will get in your face and let you know you're not doing your fucking job, you know? And that resonates. That resonates with a lot of people. That's a good leader. People of this generation, I would say like Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh, and Jalen Hurts. Those are the four most prominent quarterbacks in the league to me. And the best one out of all of them, to me personally, is Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a winner. He knows how to win the game. And today he had a poor performance, for the standards of quarterbacks. He threw for over 40 yards, and he hasn't done that for 5 years. And they took a L. And when I tell you everyone has been on my man's, and I'm a Raiders fan. Fly, Eagles, fly. No, I'll shoot that motherfucker down. Nah, but I love Jalen Hurts, though. I loved him from when he was at Alabama and he took that seat, and then they won the championship. That, to me, showed not only do I know how to do this, but I know how to win. I know how to win. I know when I'm off my game. I know when it's to the proper time to pass the ball. That's why LeBron James, the greatest player ever, the greatest athlete ever. When is the proper time to make someone else on my team better? And that, to me, is the quarterback, the point guard, the person who leads the team, the coach. All of that ties into being a quarterback. You got to be all of that to be a quarterback. So to end this segment, I want to ask you guys, what is a quarterback to you guys? What is a great quarterback? What makes you great? What has to go down the checklist of greatness to make you a great quarterback? Now, let's talk about the people who they throw to, the receivers. There was a pretty prominent kid who attended the University of Louisiana, Louisiana State University. His name was Kyron Lacey. If you didn't hear about him, please go look him up. His highlights was amazing, and he was an even more amazing person. From the outside looking in. I wanted to touch on this segment, not too heavily, but I definitely wanted to say something. RIP to this young man as well. RIP to that young brother. We shouldn't have been able to even have this conversation right now. But I do want to, however, because whenever you say but, you're taking away everything that you've already said. However, I do want to ask you guys, do you guys feel like the state of Louisiana let them down? Do you feel like the league let them down? The media? The people who push so heavily for this child? Like, he's a grown man in a lot of people's eyes because of the things that he was able to perform on the field. But he was only 18 years old, 19 years old. He's a child, 20 years old. He's about to accomplish his dreams, and everything is crumbling all at once. Just imagine when you was a child building up that beautiful sandcastle and the big bad bully came by and he just kicked that all in your face. You know what I mean? He was on some bitch-made ass shit that day, but at the end of the day, that was someone who you may be able to handle. Imagine if the whole beach did that to you, though. How would you feel? I truly do believe that we lost something major with him. Not only just that player and that person, that beautiful soul, but we lost a lot of humility. A lot of people, including myself, were so quick to put him in a box. I didn't want to say that he did anything, but I definitely was one of the people that was like, how you gonna throw your life away like that? Like, what is wrong with you? You know? And I didn't know all the facts. And just to come to find out that he wasn't guilty. He didn't do anything wrong. And he took his life away because of something like that, you know? And I pretty much just wanted to leave that, put the ball in your court. Did the state of Louisiana, did the media, did the NFL, did his family, did his teammates, did they let him down? Did they let him down? Should there have been somebody, some place, something that he could have been able to call to obtain some type of just a peace to feel better about the situation? It's very hectic, but R.I.P. Kyron Lacy, man. And I hope they keep showing you off, man. I hope they keep putting the face tags on, keep doing your dances. I pray your name stays forever in the NFL. I hope LSU retires your jersey, you know. I really do pray for that for you and your family, man. R.I.P. to Kyron Lacy. Whew, that was a little touchy. But sticking with the football, though, we're going to go hop right in back into the NFL. What happened this week? All the undefeateds lost. All of the undefeateds lost. There's no more undefeateds in the NFL right now. Who's winning the Super Bowl? Who do you guys have as the Super Bowl favorites? Because I know a lot of you guys was betting on these undefeated teams staying undefeated for a little bit longer. 5 weeks, that's all they got? They only got 4 games. This league is looking very competitive right now. Very competitive. A lot of teams that people thought that wasn't going to be able to compete are competing. A lot of teams that people thought was going to be blowing people out the water ain't looking too good. Ain't looking too good. They looking quite shaggy. Looking quite shaggy. If you don't know what I'm saying, they ain't shabby. They looking quite shaggy right now. They looking a little too high and not focused. Who do you guys think is going to win? I truly do believe that the 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl this year. Mac Jones looks phenomenal. And not only does he look phenomenal, Kyle Shanahan looks phenomenal. He looks like he is finally figuring out how to not only make a quarterback better, but make this whole offense better. And the defense is already phenomenal. They don't need that. They're already phenomenal. So if it's not going to be the 49ers, in my opinion, the Patriots are going to make their way back. They're going to find a way there with that young boy, Drake May. He is going to be the next Patriot great, in my opinion. You know, he is going to be someone who we look at for the next 10 years and be like, he resembles Tom Brady. You know, he resembles someone who's going to bring them championships or who will or who has brought them championships in the next 10 years. That's my prediction. Again, throwing the ball into your court. Who do you guys think is going to win the Super Bowl? Please like, share, comment, throw it down. Let me know. Let me know if I'm wrong, because I truly do feel like if you're not rocking with the 49ers, so sorry. If you're not looking at the 49ers as a Super Bowl winning team, you want, man, that's it. No, you a BM. If you don't know what a BM is, go check out my TikTok. You ain't a baby mom, son. You ain't a baby mom. you thinking wrong. You thinking wrong. You need to fix your thinking. The last segment of the day, going back into the receivers. I honestly should have probably stayed there, but before we end, because this is one of my favorite players ever since I've seen the kid play. Plus, he's from Maryland, DMV boy, as you talk about. Is Stephon Diggs a Hall of Famer? Did y'all see what he did tonight? He went back into Buffalo and shut it down. Boy, he looked like Batman. He looked like Batman. He was wearing the number 8. It was smooth. It was crispy. He looked like Batman. He was killing it. And the only thing that kept ringing in my head was, if this man gets himself a ring, he is undeniably a top 5 receiver ever. He is undeniably a top 5 receiver ever. I don't want to hear no one talk about Tyreek Hill. I don't want to hear no one talk about a Keenan Allen. I don't want to hear no one talk about a Mike Evans. If Stephon Diggs gets a ring with the New England Patriots, he is top 5 receivers of all time. And if he is not in your top 5, please let me know what your top 5 is. Please let me know who 4 receivers are you putting ahead of Stephon Diggs. Please let me know the monumental moments that they had, like he's had. Please let me know